Imagine that you are the CEO of a 100-person company. You are the leader of your family with your spouse and your children, right? Maybe you are the leader of your community or an organization or a team that you lead, like all of these different things. Or you're just living your personal life. How many decisions do you make every day? How many would you consider important decisions? 10? Like for somebody operating at a high level, it could be 100.
Right.
Right? So you're making 100 decisions. Now, what is the most important thing related to decision quality? What is the number one variable that drives the quality of decisions measured by the satisfaction or regret of decisions after you make them?
Tell me.
I think that most people would think it's how much information you had.
Correct. Give me more information.
How many advisors you consulted, how much time you took to do an analysis of it.
Yeah.
The scientific evidence is very clear that the number one driver of decision quality is the internal state of the decision maker at the time they make the decision.
So it's interesting, as you asked the question, my initial thought was as you answered, but then as you were starting your answer of, okay, I need more information. I need to go talk to more people. If I just got one more detail, then I can make the decision. Versus as you were answering, I knew, okay, because as of my own experience here, I trust myself.
It's the quality of the inner state of the person at the time they make the decision. So if you take two of the exact same people in the exact same life situations, and one person is constantly in a rush, worried about what other people think, feeling anxious and second guessing themselves, and another person is calm, clear, not worried about what others think, focused on their vision and things like that, and you stack that up over 100 decisions a day, and then you look at it at a week, a month, a year, 5 years, 10 years, they will go in totally different directions in terms of the quality and impact, the quality of their life, the quality of their decisions, the impact of their business, the impact they have on society and other people. And so that is the most obvious economically consequential connection between, because frequency is the structural shift of the baseline of your operating state. That's what it is. And so when we operate at that state consistently, our decisions improve. They get faster. They get clearer. And that is demonstrated all through the connection between neuroscience, nervous system research, and performance research. There's a very clear chain of that people that have a more powerful nervous system regulate their emotions more effectively, think more clearly, trust themselves more, are more creative, perform better in athletic endeavors, handle stress more effectively. So all of that is already proven, right? And those are the inputs to high quality decisions, and even the connection of decision making has been made as well. And so that's just one that's very obvious, right? So when you have a million amounts of information, and everybody has access to about the same level of information aside from proprietary data and things like that, then what becomes the scarce advantage? It actually becomes the quality of your state when you make the decisions. It's the quality of the decider.
Well, and I think that's where, if I look back over my own life, when I have been fearful, anxious, the decisions that I've made, like, you mentioned chaos versus calm, clarity, uncertainty. When I am clear and I'm clear within, the decisions and the ability to make a decision is so much easier.
Just like, duh.
And it's a knowing. And that, I think that's the thing. It's a knowing. It's like, it's just inevitable at that point.
And the thing is that is the natural state of how a human being operates. That is how we are all meant to operate.
Yes.
And the fact is that we have just been given and installed these programs that block us from our natural operating capacity.
So let's talk about how we were meant to operate this human intelligence capacities.
I want to do one more economics.
Well, let's go back to the economics.
Okay. So let's go into another area that we'll call creativity. Okay, so in a world where AI can make 1,000 average blogs instantly, it can make 1,000 average movies instantly, it can make 1,000 average social media posts instantly, it could write 1,000 average books, it could do a infinite amount of average stuff. Okay, so then what becomes super valuable? Things that are new, creative, innovative, different, connect with people. That those become incredibly premium when you have all this commodity, easy work. Okay, so we're going to call that creativity.
Okay.
Creativity in the way that it matters most in this new economic era is coming up with fundamentally new ideas, not making new combinations of existing ideas, which artificial intelligence will be very good at making new combinations of existing ideas.
Right.
But fundamentally, the technology cannot come up with a new idea. It is predicting based on all the things that it's been taught in the past. So it cannot come up with a fundamentally new idea. I know that because I wrote this book with a bunch of new ideas, and AI was not helpful at all.
Yes.
So, so creativity, right? What is the number one driver of a team or organization's creativity?
Tell me.
The ability for the leader to make everyone feel safe.